The roots of the boycott, divestment, and sanctions movement against Israel go back hundreds of years.
BDS movement is nothing new here. I mean, economic boycotts have been a key hallmark manifestation of anti-Semitism from time immemorial.
Elon Carr, a Trump administration envoy to combat anti-Semitism, says from the Middle Ages to Nazi Germany, economic boycotts have been a weapon against Jewish communities.
That's what BDS is. BDS is don't buy from the Jews. In this case, the Jewish state, the Jewish collective. So there's really nothing new about this malicious, evil form manifestation of Jew hatred.
And what we found were dozens of examples of where you have senior leadership of BDS propagating anti-Semitic ethos, motifs, libels, conspiracy theories.
Now, some see the economic agreement in the recent Abraham Accords between Israel and 4 Muslim countries as a strike against BDS.
I saw one headline that said the Abraham Accords mark the death of the BDS movement. Now, I think that's a little premature, but we certainly can say that the Abraham Accords are the beginning of the end of the BDS movement.
They've suffered a major blowback to their narrative, saying that boycotts are the answer to peace. The Abraham Accords have clearly shown that that is not the case.
Ben Moore of Israel's Ministry of Strategic Affairs says while BDS is reeling from this defeat, it won't stop them.
Their end goal is to harm Israel in any way possible, so it's very likely they'll just find a new avenue of attack.
One recent example shows that BDS can draw support from a more recent movement. In this virtual discussion group, Temple University professor Mark Lamont Hill claims Israel is part of white supremacist imperialism.
And so Black Lives Matter very explicitly is talking about the dismantling of a Zionist project, dismantling of a settler colonial project, and very explicitly embracing BDS on those grounds.
According to Moore, BDS has been trying to hijack the progressive value system for more than a decade. He sees the Abraham Accords as the best way to fight BDS and the anti-Semitism behind it. He also emphasizes the importance of listening to the ultimate message of this dangerous movement.
One just needs to look at their mantra, from the river to the sea, Palestine will be free. That doesn't leave much room in the middle for Israel to exist.
Carr hopes and believes the Biden administration will keep up the fight against anti-Semitism.
Secretary Blinken praised the Abraham Accords and said this is the path for the future. The administration expressed its deep concern over the ICC decision about the thought of prosecuting the heroes of the Israel Defense Forces or the heroes of the U.S. Armed Forces.
Even so, both Carr and Moore maintain that it's important to remember that neither BDS nor anti-Semitism will simply fade away. They encourage supporters of Israel to keep an eye on the movement, its leaders and allies. Julie Stahl, CBN News, Jerusalem.